right, so V, H, and R are functions of time. All right, and we want to find dH dt. Okay, so we want to know dH dt. That's what we want. Okay, and we're given 2 + 3 dV dt equals 10, and we're also given that R is equal to 4H. Now when we do this problem, a dr dt is going to pop up somewhere. All right, so that means that we need to know what dr dt is. But since we have R related to H by R equals 4H, we can find dr dt. Okay, so first thing you could do is take d dt of this equation. So you have d dt R is d dt of 4H. Okay, derivative of R with respect to t is 1 times the derivative of R. So we have the dr dt there. Remember that essentially, so we're using the chain rule there, but essentially all you really have to do is say, okay, are these variables the same? No, they're not, so then tack on the dr dt. Okay, the derivative of 4H is 4. Now, is H a t? No, okay, so tack on the dH dt. So then you see right there that dr dt is 4 dH dt. Okay. All right, so let's see, we can put all that stuff here. Let's write dr dt is 4 dH dt there. Okay, I'll move that over there. Okay, so dv dt is 10. All right, so I'll save that information there. Okay, so now with this information, I'll proceed the same way that I would for any of these problems. That is, start with taking d dt of both sides. All right, so d dt of v squared h. So, okay, all right, so first of all, derivative of v is 1, using the power rule, 1. And then v and t are different, so we tack on the dv dt. Remember, again, that is the chain rule. This is like v of t. Anyway, all right. Now this side, remember that you can pop constants out to the front of derivatives. So 1/3 pi can go out to the front. And we have d dt of excuse me, r squared h. Okay, so we have dv dt 1/3. You know, might as well put the pi on top. 1/3 times pi over 1 is pi over 3. Okay, just do that. Easier to deal with there. Okay. Okay, and so now we have a product. So we use the product rule. Okay, so let's see, derivative. So let's do d dt r squared times h. So first I'm just going to write out the power rule. I'm not going to even try and do all the math. It's too confusing. So d dt of h times r squared. Okay, so dt pi over 3. Okay, now derivative of r squared with respect to t is going to be 2r dr dt times h plus derivative of h is 1 dh dt times r squared. Oops. And that's all that. Okay, now we solve for, we want dh dt, so we'll solve for dh dt. Now, at this point, dr dt we know dr dt is 4 dh dt, so I'll go ahead and put that in there. Okay, so now let me bring this up over there. Okay, so dv dt pi over 3 2rh times dr dt is 4 dh dt, so 4 dh dt plus r squared dh dt. So, okay, now look, we want to solve for dh, we want to solve for dh dt, right, because that's what we want. And notice how it was important for me to write this out at the beginning. Equals question mark, because it just tells me as I'm doing the problem, wait, what in the world am I trying to do? Oh, okay, I'm trying to solve for that guy. All right, so now we'll solve for dh dt. Okay. All right, so let's see. First thing, if I want to get that guy alone, I want to get rid of this pi over 3, so I'll multiply both sides by 3 over pi. So 3 over pi dv dt is equal to 2rh times, well, let's see, 4 times 2 is 8, so I'll make that, put that 8 in there. 8 dh dt plus r squared dh dt. Now, if I want to solve for dh dt, I got to get it alone, right? So what I'll do is use the distributive property to factor out the dh dt. So we have 3 over pi dv dt equals dh dt 8rh plus r squared. Okay. All right, so now to get this thing over there, we need to divide both sides by 8rh plus r squared. Okay, so let's see, you've got 3 over pi dv dt times 1 over that thing, 8rh plus r squared equals dh dt. Okay, so now we're pretty much there. All right, so 3 is a number, pi is a number. All right, so 3 over pi here times, let's see, dv dt we're told was 10. So put that in there. 1 over, let's see, you've got 8 times r. We get told what r was. R is 4h. Oh, of course, it's 4h. Okay, let's see. So you've got, let's say, I'll put a 4h there times h is 3, but anyway, okay, put in the 3 there, plus r, let's see, that's 4h squared equals dh dt. Okay, and now h is 3, so I'm going to go and put that guy in there. Ready to see what I did? Let's see, we're told that r is 4h, so I put the 4h in there, put the 4h squared in there. Okay, so 3 over pi times 10 times 1 over, let's see, 8 times 4 times 3 times 3 plus 4 times 3 squared equals dh dt. Okay, at this point it's just a matter of plugging it all into your calculator and dealing with it like that. Let's see, one way you could also proceed, let's see, so this is like 8 times 4 times, so cancel, let's see, put the squares there, that guy, like that, cancel there and one of those if you wanted to. There's some factors, I guess a factor of 2 that would cancel with the 10, but pretty much there. Okay, so do the math and you'll get the answer.